Hello and welcome to another special edition of This Month in Hamilton at our Hamilton Township Animal Shelter. My name is Jeff Martin. I want to thank WBCB for allowing us to do another special on the animals available at our Hamilton Township Animal Shelter. Joining me today is our health officer, Chris Helwig, but we have special guests joining us first thing. And Chris, can you tell us who's to your right for those either watching or listening?
Absolutely. So we have some Monday afternoon cuteness. So we have our animal attendant Jeremy and our ACO Marion, who have a mom and some little baby kittens that were just birthed a few weeks ago, or actually a week ago, right, Marion, or 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So this is we're in kitten season right now, so we have some kittens that are here at the shelter. So families that are interested in getting a new little kitten, we do have some here available that are older and can be adopted right away. But these kittens specifically right here will be available in about 5 weeks, and same thing with Mom, who's super friendly, and she's being a great mom right now and nursing the kittens here at the shelter. She'll also be available in 5 weeks.
And so they got to be about 8 weeks old then to be adoptable. So do you have some that are roughly 8 weeks old now or about to be?
Yeah, we have some that are actually over 8 weeks, so they're in our adoption room right now. So families that are really interested in a younger kitten for their family, they should stop in, submit an application, and meet some of the kittens that we have. And we have also adult cats available, and then also plenty of dogs as well. If you're more team dog rather than team cat.
Now, for somebody who may just want mom, right? Who maybe wants an older cat, doesn't want to raise kittens, start with the potty training, so to speak, process of it. Can they adopt just mom, but after 5 weeks, right?
Yes. Yeah, we want mom to finish nursing and wean off the kittens. And then she'll go through, she'll be spayed, she'll get all of her vaccines, and then she'll be ready to go. So that'll be, again, about 5 weeks that mom will be available. And she's, like you can see, she's super curious, but is totally content just hanging out. So if you're looking for a more low-key cat that you can hold, mom might be a great opportunity. I'm not sure, what did you guys name her? Gollum. And there you go. She's shedding right now. She's a little nervous.
Yeah. Now, for the kittens, what do you give special instructions for people who may not have adopted a kitten before?
Yeah. So the staff will, like with all of our animals, we'll give them a brief kind of, once over, the basics, what you need. You need a litter box. You need to make sure that you have a vet and we do a vet reference, even if you or at least have an idea. So if this is your first animal, we just want to make sure that you have an idea of what vet office you're going to be taking them to. If you rent, we just do a reference check just to make sure that you're allowed to have animals in your apartment. And then if there's any basics or questions, and even throughout the time of getting the adjustment period, you can always call the shelter staff and they can give you guidance on kind of, tweaks or chips of the trade, or if you're having issues. And worst case scenario, if you're really having a hard time and it's just the adjustment is not right or the animal is not right for you, we can take them back if it's within, a month or two of adopting the animal.
And Gollum here looks really comfortable with you guys taking care of her kittens, right? But she's still attentive to what's going on, right? Yeah. As any good mom is in paying attention to her boys and girls.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Anything else with the kittens? I know we wanted to start out with cuteness right away, but any other tips for anybody who may have any interest for adopting one of the kittens or for mom?
Yeah, do you guys have anything you want to add?
We're not expecting you to. So,
do you guys have anything that you want to add? Or are you just hanging out?
Looks like 4 cute kittens, right? So
one,
pile. Multiple, any of them you may want. Let's get them on camera, make sure people can nice and clearly see them, right? What better way to start a school year by getting a kitten? So be right about the time everybody's going back to school.
Yeah. All right, awesome. All right, well, thank you guys.
Thank you guys very much.
Faith, can you grab the door for them?
So, Chris, I know we started out with just the cuteness overload, right? But what else do you have going on at the shelter generically right now?
Yeah, so right now we're participating in it's a nationwide Clear the Shelters event. So that's something shelters across the country participate in, and we have been doing this for the last number of years. And so in honor of this year's Clear the Shelters, we are waiving all dog adoption fees. So any family or residents who are interested in adopting a dog, Right now, we are waiving those fees, so it's a little bit of a money saver. And our fees are lower. Generally, you can look around, or if you go to a breeder, you can pay hundreds, thousands of dollars. Ours are normally anywhere between 65 to 100, depending on the age. But that also comes with some all the basic vet bills, so they're fully vaccinated, they're spayed or neutered. If you need assistance with some food in the beginning, or we can provide that just to help you get going. So it's a really great value, and it's something here local. You don't have to travel very far, especially for our residents. We're right not far from the municipal building, so you can come right over, check out some great animals that we have.
Now, in terms of capacity, right? We've seen the last couple of years, right? There was a dip during the initial stages of COVID as everybody was staying home, wanted a pet for companionship, right? And then we saw now an increase. And I know we were really high the last time I was here, maybe 6 months ago, 12 months ago as well. How are we doing right now on that?
Yeah, so we're still over capacity. So we have a handful of dogs that are in crates. So we have 36 runs here. So we have about 4 or 5 dogs in crates right now. So that puts us, a little bit over capacity there. But we do have some really great animals here that would make great companions. And if you're not able to, make a full-time commitment, then maybe fostering would be great for you as well. And that's something that, we have that information on our website. If anybody is interested, they can go on or call the shelter and get more information about fostering if that's something that they'd be interested in.
Now, what is fostering for people who may not know?
So if you're not familiar with it, it's basically temporary ownership. So instead of the dog living here full time, they would live with you and your family. We would provide again all the medical costs associated with the food associated with it, because technically the shelter is still the owner. They're just living temporarily with you until they find their forever home.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then if somebody's interested in being a foster, I know there's a lot of fosters out in the community as well, right? But it's not just a Hamilton issue with overcrowdedness. Yeah. It's a region and a national issue to a certain extent, right? What's the way we take fosters?
Yeah, so there is an application process. So you can go on our website, give us a call. You'd fill out a foster application, and we would try to find an animal that best matches your situation. So if you do have a dog at home or a cat at home, we would only place a dog or with you that would meet those metrics. The same thing if you had kids, we're going to only provide you with a dog that is kid friendly, and not necessarily. We don't want to create any undue stress on the foster situation or on the dog, or put anybody in harm's way. So we definitely match to make sure that we have the best match for both parties. And then there's going to be a meet and greet too, just to make sure that you're familiar. If there's any questions, anything else like that.
Now, that sounds like a lot of work.
Yes.
And you have a limited staff here. So fostering is one way people can help out, right? What are some other ways people can help out?
Yeah. So donations are always great, both physical and monetary donations. So we have a list on our website that has kind of like the main needs that we ask for throughout the year, whether that's food, kitten food. We especially in kitten season, that's always something that we look for extra support with, is just getting kitten food. If you are swapping out your towels and buying new towels, we will gladly take your old towels and blankets, because we use them in the runs and in the crates. As long as they're clean, they're not ripped, or anything, we'll take those. And then also volunteering. So if you have time to volunteer, or spend a couple hours here, whether it's socializing with cats, helping us walk dogs, if you really want to help us do laundry, we will gladly take the help as well. But we were able to onboard a new volunteer coordinator over the past year, and really try to build upon our current volunteer program and expand it.
So is she here? Do we have our volunteer coordinator here?
You want to come up, Faith? So Faith joined us a few months ago and this year, and she has been a great help and has been helping to expand our volunteer program, and also trying to have more training opportunities too. So if you come in, and Faith can talk about this more as she gets her headphones in, that there's it's continuing education, like just your job world. We also want to do that for the volunteers as well. So
Faith, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So how long have you been the volunteer coordinator here in Hamilton?
I started in February, this past February.
All right. So about 6 months now.
Yes.
Right. So for those people who, maybe have some more time on their hands, right? Maybe graduated high school, graduated college, right? Or retired recently, looking to still give back to the community, help out. Talk to them about the volunteer program here at the animal shelter.
Okay. Well, the volunteer program it's a simple application. You fill that out, and we reach out to you. And what you do is you first come in for an orientation. We take you around the shelter, show you what we do here, tell you a little history about the shelter, and kind of introduce you to what it's like to be in this building. And at that point, you're free to come in and volunteer, especially in the cat adoption room. Like Chris said, we have laundry that needs to be done. We have a closet of supplies that always needs organizing, linens. If you want to advance your involvement, we also have a dog handling skills class. So you do need to take that in order to walk our dogs. And recently we just started the buddy program.
Okay.
So we're expanding upon dog walking by training our volunteers to actually train the dogs to be, it's buddies, it's literally buddies. So when an adopter comes in and that dog sits down next to that potential adopter, I mean, that just tugs at your heart. You're like, it's kind of a perfect setup.
Sure. So I guess whatever you're looking to do or whatever your physical capabilities are, right? You've got something that can match to how they want to give back.
Absolutely, absolutely. We have lots of choices. We talk about dog walking. We do have some people who don't want to take long walks with the dogs, so we have a play area. So we introduce that to our potential dog walkers and say, well, here's an option for you and the dog. Go on out and let that dog. And anything that gets our animals out of their kennels, the cats out of their cages, enhances their social life, makes them feel better, and puts them in a position to get adopted.
Yeah, we hear a lot, and we heard a lot during COVID, right, of social emotional learning, right? It's essentially the same thing for an animal, right? I mean,
Yes.
if you're in that cage all day, you're not getting that socialization with people, you're not getting that emotional connection with people, right? But getting a volunteer to actually do that is giving that animal that social and emotional learning kind of experience.
Absolutely. I mean, we have a volunteer that comes in and reads books to the cats. And just that interaction, the door is open, the interaction, the cat doesn't want to be touched, but you talk to it. And it kind of does the same thing.
So having grown up with cats, some cats like being touched and some cats don't like being touched. So just as everybody's got their own taste as humans and personalities, we know animals do as well, right?
That's true.
And then, so you talked about walking dogs, right? Is there any, and you might have mentioned this, is there any advanced training or classes, I think you said, right, for people who may want to walk certain dogs?
Right. What we do is the initial class, and then the buddy class is an enhancement of that. But our trainer is ready and willing to do advanced obedience type of classes for our dog walkers who maybe want to upgrade the level of dog they're permitted to walk. Because we do have a system, a hierarchy of who can walk what dogs. Everyone starts out green. Then we can move to blue. And then as we advance with the more difficult dogs,
Or bigger dogs? or
bigger
things
dogs,
like that?
yeah, the polars and the we would enhance the training so that you would qualify to do that. And it's important. Even those dogs, the more attention they get from our volunteers,
Sure,
it makes them more adoptable.
absolutely. So if somebody's interested in volunteering, right, what's the best way? Do they just stop here? Do they go online? Do they call? What's the best way for them to make that first contact?
Really, I mean, it could be either if you're in the area and you want to pop in. Faith is not always here, but you can always talk to our shelter staff. But obviously the easiest and most convenient would be just to go online to our website, which is hamiltonnj.com/animal shelter, and there's a whole volunteer page on there that has information. Or you can leave a message for Faith, give her a call. She can call you back, and you guys have that conversation as well.
So they're generally talking to you, Faith, then whenever you get the application in or somebody calls and you're here, things like that.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. And it's a learning experience for them too. So
Absolutely.
awesome. Well, Faith, anything you want to leave our listeners with about volunteering before we got to take our break?
The volunteering piece is huge. We have a number of full-time employees here, some part-time employees. The volunteers enhance a lot of that by spending the time with the animals that the employees can't always do.
Because they're cleaning cages, getting food, all those kinds of things.
Yes, they're taking care of their general needs in their environment, and we do help with some of that, but we're more in an emotional, mental kind of positioning.
Enhancing, yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Well, Faith, thank you very much. Chris,
welcome,
thank
Faith.
you.
Thank
I
you.
know we'll be back in just a moment to introduce you to some more animals that are available for adoption.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. Your vehicle is in good hands at Haldeman Collision, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They do it all at Haldeman Collision. Minor dents and dings, bumpers, windshields, major body, and frame damage. Free estimates, 24-hour towing, most insurance accepted, and loaners available. Haldeman Collision works with all makes and models. They'll go out of their way to getting your car back in brand new condition. Haldeman Collision, conveniently located 20 minutes from Langhorne, Princeton, and Ewing on Route 33 in Hamilton Township. Kessel Dermatology in Hamilton Square is an award-winning dermatology practice led by Dr. Daniel Kessel, a board-certified dermatologist. He and his expert staff treat patients of all ages. They offer treatments of all types of skin, hair, and nail conditions, and annual skin cancer screenings, anti-aging treatments, ultraviolet A and B light treatments, skin tightening procedures, Botox, and other treatments that enhance your skin's overall health and appearance. Kessel Dermatology is open Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m., Friday, 7 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. For appointments, call 609-890-2600. That's 609-890-2600. Or visit KesselDermatology.com. They're at 1700 Whitehorse, Hamilton Square Road. Kessel Dermatology. They're good. Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a fourth-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square.
Hello and welcome again to a special edition of This Month in Hamilton at our Hamilton Township Animal Shelter. I want to thank again WBCB 1490 AM for allowing us to highlight some of the animals we have in our Hamilton Township Animal Shelter. And for those of you who maybe love Philly, used to live in Philly, born in Philly, we've got a great dog for you here as well. This is Rocky joining us as well. Obviously we can see Rocky is working out. Don't worry, he's not going to fight, but clearly he is training for whatever he's got going on. So, Chris or Shaq, welcome. What do we have here with Rocky? How old and what kind of dog?
Rocky's a pit bull. He's been with us for 1 year. He's good with people, not so much with animals. He's really affectionate, likes to play all day. No aggressiveness at all. Just a good boy.
All right. And so we saw him working out, right? So he's staying in shape for when he gets adopted by whoever's going to come here for him, right?
Yes.
All right. And so for a dog like Rocky, obviously a big dog, you said he's specifically not great with other animals, right?
Yes.
Any restrictions on kids or anything like that? I mean, obviously he's a big guy, right? So you maybe don't want him around a 2-year-old.
No smaller kids. I would prefer teenagers.
Yeah.
Yes. Just to be on the
safe side.
Yes.
He's a big guy, and if he's got that energy, right, and wants that love,
Yes.
you don't want him jumping on a little kid.
Yeah, and absolutely. And as potential adopters come in and families come in and they say, like, you know, if they have younger kids, you know, we'll try to. Oh, we're back. So, you can keep that off, Jack.
All right.
So
All
we
right.
had some technical difficulties there. Rocky got a little excited with his toy, but as I was saying, we try to match the family the best with the dog that will work best in their home, because we want it to be a good match on both sides. So clearly he's very toy motivated, and he'd be great in a home with, like Shaq said, some older kids. And then obviously, no other pets, and hopefully just be kind of his only, your only kind of attention other than your kids.
Now, we talked about how people can help. So clearly, he's toy motivated, right?
Yeah.
So in terms of donations, you'll even take toys
Yeah.
for him or for others as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Normally, kind of like hard, tough toys, kind of like Benny Bones, things like that, rather than kind of soft, like plush toys. Some of the dogs do really good with soft plush toys. Some of our other dogs really need those like really hard, like chewable, that are non-breakable, non-adjustable. So I mean, we can take both, but if you had to choose the one, we would choose the more kind of quote unquote indestructible ones rather than kind of the plush toys.
Yeah, as a bigger guy, we need indestructible things around him.
Yeah, I mean, he's already pulling this one apart too, but
Yep.
Obviously very toy motivated and is content just hanging out here, chewing on his toy. I mean, he'd be great in your your house and in your living room, just hanging out with the family.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Shaq, for bringing us Rocky.
Thank you. Let's go, boy.
I think whoever's next can come on right behind you.
Okay.
Thanks.
And that's part of the discovery process. The shelter has to do with each animal that comes
Yes.
in, right?
Yeah.
Finds their likes, dislikes, all of that.
Yeah, and that is one of the things that we do for all of the dogs is we have a vendor who, the same vendor that works with our volunteers, who is a dog trainer, who goes through and does kind of an initial assessment, basically hitting high level things of like, all right, after they've been here for a week, between a week and 30 days, we try to get them to do that initial assessment to know, like, how can they be handled? Are they really can only be handled by shelter staff just because of whether it's strength, aggression, dog reactivity, food aggression, or other things like that, or we have some super easy dogs that are just, they come in and they literally, as soon as they get their vaccines, they're ready to go. They're just, they're super sweet and ready to go. And that's kind of what we want to match and to protect both the dog and, whether it's volunteers, people in the community, our staff, making sure that we know what that initial assessment is and what we're good to do with those dogs, and what other ways that we can improve in, training with enrichment or skills training too.
And some of it just seems like common sense, right? Like Rocky, big guy, didn't bark, didn't,
Yeah.
no aggression,
Yeah.
but just because he is so big and if he has those bursts of energy, a 2-3-year-old
Yeah.
around him isn't going to be a great idea.
Yeah, and Benson. Yeah, and then the other thing too is, it's going back to the volunteers. It's good just to get the dogs out, because the more they're exercised, the less energy they're going to have. Otherwise, they're just in their runs and they're just excited to be out, and then sometimes
Yep.
accidents happen.
So, Marion, you brought us a new cat here. It looks like she's got a beautiful black coat.
Yeah.
He or she, I can't tell. He,
Yeah. So this is Benson.
okay.
So Benson is, according to my notes that Marion just gave me, very, very highly energetic, playful, goofy. So if you're looking for an energetic cat in your home and someone that's going to play around, this might be the great match for you. Especially, Halloween coming up. So nice little spooky black cat. Yeah. Anything else you want to?
How old is Benson, roughly? Do we have an idea?
Year and a half.
Okay, so still on the younger side. So you're going to be with Benson for a while.
Yeah, and it looks like you would prefer to be your only cat. So if you're, don't have a cat yet and you're looking to add a new one to your, or your first cat, he might be a great choice.
Okay, and he likes you, Marion, so clearly he wants to give you kisses. Yeah.
It's one of my favorites.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Benson, thanks for joining us.
All right.
He's got a beautiful coat.
He does.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right. Who's coming in next? Do you know?
Thea and
Okay.
and Dana just at the same time.
So we had a brother-sister combo that came in. They came in as strays a few weeks ago. So they're both becoming. They obviously don't have to be adopted together, but if you were looking for two dogs, they would be a great pair, considering that they already are familiar with each other and they're friendly with each other.
Now, in terms of how dogs coming in, right? do we allow owner surrender anymore? Have we stopped it? Where are we at with that program?
Yeah, unfortunately, because of just our capacity, we're not at the point where we can accept owner surrenders. Obviously, in cases of severe hardship or, if there's other issues going on and we need to take them, we're going to work with our residents. We can't take outside of the township. So, if you are not a Hamilton resident, unfortunately, we would have to direct you to your local shelter who can provide you assistance. But anybody who does look to rehome their animal, we give them resources, a list of rescues, other avenues to try to rehome the animal, because the shelter really should be the place of last resort for rehoming or trying to surrender your animal, and just looking in your own personal networks, neighbors, friends, family, to see if they can, take that animal rather than surrendering them to the shelter.
Yeah. All right. Looks like we got some new guests joining us.
All right, so this is Thea and Thanos. Sorry. So if
You can tell they're the same family.
So if you are a friend of the Marvel Universe, I believe that is where Thanos is part of. But these are, like I said before, brother and sister. They did come in as strays, so we're not really too sure of their background. But as far as Thea goes, she's a little shy, but she warms up fast. Loves to cuddle, loves to play. Obviously, they're they're dog friendly with each other. But if you do have other dogs in your home, we would want to do a meet and greet, just because they can be dog selective as well. And Thanos, obviously, big boy, food motivated, a little shy, and like I said, a little selective with some dogs. So we would want to make sure if you were only going to do the one meet and greet. But as you can see,
They got the tails wagging.
they're happy.
Yeah, they're very happy. They
Yeah.
got some excitement. They're enjoying being out, enjoying
Yeah.
getting some attention, just want to play.
Yeah.
Now, do we have any idea how old they are?
So it looks like about a year and a half
Okay.
for Thanos, and about the same. We're estimating about, because I said they're brother and sister, so they would be about the same age. But
Monkey see, monkey do. One gets on the floor, the other's got to get on the floor too, right?
yeah, but about a year old. So this should be about, maybe they'll fill out a little bit, but this should be about the size that they should maintain.
Yeah.
And they're just kind of hanging out.
Yeah, you can tell they're brother and sister, right? One sees the other do something, and the next one's got to do it as well. So
Yeah.
awesome.
So if any family is looking to, they want to go from 0 to 2 dogs all at once, this would be a fantastic option for a family.
Awesome.
Do you guys have anything else you guys want to add?
Thank you, guys. They look nice and healthy too.
Yeah.
I think we got time for one or two more.
Yes, I'm not sure if anybody else is coming in, so that might just be it.
And so I know we highlighted a few, right? A few of the dogs, a few of
Yeah.
the cats that are here, right? We started out with the cuteness with the kittens, right?
Yeah.
If people want to go, rather than coming here and they can see some of the dogs
Yeah.
just on your bulletin board, right? They can go to the website to see what
Yeah.
animals might be adoptable
Yep,
as well.
absolutely. So we have all of the animals that we have available for adoption, and even the strays as they come in, we do post them. And you'll see like kind of a blue box around the photo. So if you go to the site, there's kind of headshots for all the animals that we have. Sometimes there might be a blank just because as they come in, it automatically gets posted, and we just might be a little bit behind. But they'll have photos, a little bit of a bio, or if they're a recent surrender because they have to wait, or a recent stray, there is a 7-day stray hold that we have to keep them, and they're not available for adoption at that point. So just keep checking back, and if there's one that you're super interested in, just go ahead, submit the application, mark on there who you're interested in, and then we can, as they get assessed and they become available, we can make sure to call you.
Awesome. Well, Chris, I know we talked about a lot, highlights of the animals, especially our volunteer opportunities, donation opportunities. Anything else you want to leave our listeners with before we end today?
If you can't make it out to the shelter, or if you'll be at National Night Out tomorrow, which is August 5th, the shelter staff will be there with a bunch of dogs. So it'd be a great opportunity to both come out, support the police department, and then also come see some of our adoptable animals.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Chris, for another great episode, special episode of This Month in Hamilton. Want to thank you, the listeners. Hope you'll think about either donating, volunteering your time, or fostering or coming to adopt one of the animals. maybe you saw today, or maybe go to the website and look for a different one that might be a better match for you. But thank you to WBCB 1490 AM for allowing us to bring you another special edition of This Month in Hamilton at our Hamilton Township Animal Shelter.